guys, it's Kelsey and I am back with another bullet journal video. For this month, October, my color was orange because my theme was pumpkins. It's kind of like a harvest theme because I also have some apples in there, but there's no like corn or anything like that, which I thought about doing, but I really just wanted to stick with the orange color. So I decided to mostly do pumpkins, which was really fun. So some of them look different, some of them look the same. There's some vines and some greenery in there. And then for my calligraphy, which you'll see when I write the word October, I chose a style that I'm going to be repeating throughout most of my spread for this month. So I hope you guys like it. Most of it is normal like I usually do. There's a few new pages this month, like a budget tracker, a shopping list, and a monthly goals sheet. So it's kind of an experiment for me to see if I actually use them this month, and if I do, then I'll carry them over into November as well. But just sit back and enjoy. Oh, and as always, you can check the description box below to see the list of supplies that I used in this video. I wanted to take a moment to explain this page for you guys real quick, since it's not something you normally see in bullet journals. For me personally, something that I do or have is a weekly rhythm, where it's like a schedule that I've made up for each week, what it like typically looks like. And some of it's like scheduled in stuff, and some of it's like, oh, I have extra time. If I'm not doing anything at 3 o'clock on Wednesday, then I'll use that time to read or whatever. So I have the timeline down the side and then the days of the week across the top. And this stays the same. It doesn't change very much from month to month. It's just a guideline for me to go back on and say, oh, I don't have anything to do, or someone wants to meet with me at this time on this day. What am I typically doing then? That's what that's for. So I didn't write all of it down this time, but when you see my final flip through, you can see how I kind of color code everything. So keep an eye out for that at the end. And also, I guess another new thing this month is the way that I'm doing my mood tracker. So I got kind of tired of doing the old thing because keeping track of my mood is kind of hard to keep on top of, but I like having that to refer back to. So I decided to change it up to make it a bit more fun. So I have the days from 1 to 31 down the side there on the grid. And then I'm going to have a color legend. So So for each day there'll be like a different color for each emotion, I guess. So you can see I have like a quote right there on the post sign, and then I have the different emotions, like from angry all the way to excited, and then I'm going to be putting colors right next to them so that on the day I can choose a color and fill that day in with whatever color I was feeling that day. It just kind of makes it more fun than filling in the gray squares like I usually do. And here is the new budget tracker that I said I was going to be adding this month. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. We'll see. I do, outside of my bullet journal, keep a ledger where I keep track of all of my transactions. So this isn't like an expense tracker. It's a budget tracker. So I can like say how much I spent in a whole week and keep track of that. So I'm not exactly sure how this will work, but if I really like it, then next month I'll make sure to go back and show you guys how it worked out and what I would change and etc. For my weekly spreads, I always like to have a list section where I can make a list of anything that pops into my mind throughout the week, either a shopping list or a to-do list or whatever, so I just label it list so I can put whatever I want right there. And then another new thing this month, there's a lot of new stuff, is my color legend instead of a symbol key. So usually bullet journals, you'll have like a key at the very beginning of your book where you write different symbols, like a star means this, an exclamation point means that. And I don't do very good keeping up with that. I just always put a square next to everything, like a checkbox. But I would still like to know when something is an event or a meeting. I just forget to put that symbol next to it, and it's not very fun. And so to kind of switch things up, I made a color legend similar to my emotions legend in my mood tracker, where I can just color code everything instead of put a symbol next to it, just because that mixes things up and makes it more fun for me. So it might be harder to keep up with, but we'll just have to see.
No, no.